Item Number SCP-2280 Object Class Euclid Special Containment Procedures SCP-2280 is kept in a dedicated paddock measuring 1 kilometer squared in area at Biologic Research Area 12, surrounded by a 10-meter buffer zone. This paddock is fenced in by 4-meter tall reinforced concrete walls with infrared cameras mounted every 10 meters along the periphery. Automatic watering and supplemental feed stores are provided for the use of SCP-2280. All other care needs, including veterinary care, are to be handled via telepresence robots. No vertebrate animal is allowed within 8 meters of SCP-2280 outside of experimentation. Should any animal become affected by SCP-2280's properties, attempts will be made to retrieve the body before SCP-2280 can finish consuming it. Should these attempts fail, protein fire suppression must be sprayed over SCP-2280 beginning 5 minutes prior to the following sunrise until the final effect has ceased. Description: SCP-2280 is an adult female Bostaurus whose tissues absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength between 370 nm and 770 nm. Note: encompassing the visible light spectrum. This results in SCP-2280 appearing as a pure black silhouette from any angle, without visible details. Aside from this, and the additional anomalous properties described below, SCP-2280 is genetically and functionally identical to non-anomalous cow, including diet and thermal signature. If any vertebrate animal weighing more than 2 kilograms comes within 5.25 meters of SCP-2280, there is an approximately 50% probability that it will become neuromuscularly paralyzed. If this occurs, SCP-2280 will approach the paralyzed animal and consume it in no more than 1.5 hours, despite being otherwise herbivorous. For creatures which are too large for SCP-2280 to swallow whole, it will use its hooves and incisors to separate soft tissues from the skeletal system into bite-sized chunks, as well as break or crush overly large bony structures into more readily consumable sizes. The following sunrise, SCP-2280 will go into labor and give birth to an instance of SCP-2281, an animal of identical morphology of the consumed animal, with the exception that it emits light at 100,000 lux equally along the entire wavelength spectrum of 370 to 770 nm. Approximately 95% of SCP-2281 instances are stillborn. The luminance rapidly decreases to the point that they are observably identical to the animal that SCP-2280 had consumed. SCP-2280 will ignore these instances, which can be retrieved for later analysis. The remaining 5% of SCP-2281 will immediately rise after being born and move to suckle from SCP-2280, regardless of the species of the originating animal. After suckling for no more than 15 minutes, the instance of SCP-2281 will move away from SCP-2280, increase temperature to more than 1000 degrees Celsius within 0.4 seconds, and jump directly upwards. It will then accelerate upwards at approximately 37 meters per second squared before abruptly vanishing 1.7 kilometers above the ground. Instances of SCP-2281 resulting from D-Class personnel have not responded to communication attempts, but have been heard mumbling in an unknown language. Linguistic analysts have not succeeded in translating the speech, but have noted similarities to languages in the Afro-Asiatic family, particularly Coptic. Note: use of SCP-3280 223-1 as a potential translator is currently pending review.